In 1989, an incredibly bizarre corporate deal temporarily transformed a premium global soda company into a major international military superpower. The Soviet Union was completely bankrupt but desperately wanted to keep importing massive shipments of sugary American Pepsi Cola syrup. Because the Soviet ruble was practically worthless outside their borders, they had to find an alternative way to pay. Soviet officials offered a massive rusting fleet of decommissioned military warships directly to executive leaders at the Pepsi Corporation. The shocking trade agreement included 17 submarine vessels, a massive cruiser warship, a naval frigate, and a heavily armed destroyer. This sudden transaction instantly gave the American soft drink company the sixth largest diesel submarine fleet on the entire planet. High-ranking military generals around the world watched in absolute disbelief as a soda brand acquired serious naval combat power overnight. The president of Pepsi famously joked to national security advisors that they were disarming the Soviet Union faster than Congress. Of course, corporate executives had absolutely no intention of launching a naval invasion or starting a corporate war at sea. The entire massive fleet of Cold War warships was immediately sold directly to a Norwegian shipbreaking yard for scrap metal. Pepsi quickly recycled the iron and steel to fund their massive commercial expansion across the rapidly collapsing Soviet territory. This wild historical anomaly remains the most extreme example of creative bartering in the entire history of modern global business. It perfectly highlights the desperate lengths collapsing empires will go to secure basic Western consumer goods for their citizens. For a brief moment in time, soda cans and deadly military submarines were traded on equal terms across the Iron Curtain. The deal paved the way for Western brands to flood into previously closed markets, changing global consumer culture forever. Historical archives still hold the incredible original contract documents detailing this bizarre exchange of consumer syrup for heavy naval weaponry. Decades later, business schools still analyze this massive geopolitical barter as a masterclass in high-stakes international corporate negotiation. It reminds us that the corporate world often produces realities far stranger than any fictional political thriller could ever imagine. The legacy of the Soda Navy stands as a wild monument to late 20th century capitalism and extreme geopolitical transition. As the Soviet Union dissolved shortly after, this unforgettable trade marked the definitive end of an isolated economic era. Today, the story lives on as a legendary boardroom tale of how a beverage company accidentally sailed into military history. The unforgettable image of corporate branding alongside Cold War military might remains an iconic symbol of shifting global powers. It proves that when traditional currency fails completely, creative companies will find a way to make the impossible happen. This mind-boggling historical event completely redefines what it means for a private business to hold massive international leverage. Like this video, and subscribe for more insane business anomalies and wild historical secrets delivered straight to your feed weekly.